All right, today we're diving into a really hot topic, one that promises to completely shake up the way we work, the flat organizational structure. But does this radical idea actually deliver, or is it all just hype? Let's get into it.
Okay, let me ask you something. Have you ever had this amazing idea at work, a real game changer, only to watch it die a slow death in a chain of command? You know, you're just waiting for your boss to sign off, but they need their boss's okay, who then has to run it up the flagpole to the VP. It's maddening, right? Well, that exact frustration is what the flat organization is designed to obliterate.
So what are we really talking about here? Simply put, a flat or horizontal structure is an organization with very, very few, or sometimes literally zero layers of middle management. The whole point is to shrink the distance between the people on the front lines and the leaders making the big strategic calls.
And you can really see the difference right here. On one side, you've got that classic pyramid. You know the one. Information trickles down, approvals crawl their way back up. But on the other side, you've got this open network. It's all about speed, direct communication, and giving employees real, genuine autonomy.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the exciting stuff, the promise of speed and empowerment. Then we're going to get real about the perils, the chaos, and gridlock that can happen. After that, we'll open up the playbook on how to actually make this work. And we'll wrap it all up by helping you figure out if this is the right fit for you.
Let's kick things off with the good stuff. This is the reason so many companies, especially in the tech world, get so excited about the idea of being flat. It really is all about moving faster and letting your people shine.
And you can see the core strengths pretty clearly. When you cut out all that red tape, decisions can happen in hours, not weeks. Your team members are trusted to take the lead. Communication becomes direct and honest, which means the whole company can pivot and innovate way faster. And all of this often leads to some incredibly strong, collaborative teams.
And here's a number that'll make any business leader's ears perk up: 0. By getting rid of those layers of middle management, the financial load on the company drops dramatically. We're not just talking about saving money on salaries either. It means you can pour those resources back into innovation and growth, making the whole operation way more cost-efficient. But you know, this isn't just about the bottom line. The impact on your people, on the culture, is absolutely huge. Think about it. When people feel a real sense of ownership over their work, their job satisfaction can go through the roof. They feel trusted, they feel valued, and they feel like they have a direct stake in the company's success.
Okay, so it all sounds pretty perfect, doesn't it? A dream scenario? Well, this is where our story takes a sharp turn. Let's pull back the curtain and look at the hidden dangers that can turn this workplace utopia into total chaos.
Because let's be honest, things do go wrong. Projects fail, deadlines get missed, people disagree. Without that traditional management structure to fall back on, what happens then? Who's supposed to step in and fix things?
And this is the dark side of flatness. Without managers, coordinating everything can be a nightmare. Accountability gets, well, blurry. If everyone is in charge, does that mean no one is? And as a company tries to grow, this lack of structure can become a massive roadblock. How do you scale that?
Now this is a big one. In a normal company, your manager is supposed to be the one who handles disputes. But in a flat organization, there's no formal channel for that. So power struggles and personality clashes can erupt right out in the open, creating a toxic environment, the exact opposite of what you wanted.
So what about your career? What about getting promoted? This is a huge deal for talent retention. That clear upward career ladder just disappears. Growth becomes horizontal, not vertical. So instead of a new title, you might get to lead a new project. You're building skills, sure, but without those promotions, your best and most ambitious people might start to feel stuck. And eventually, they'll walk.
So, is the flat organization just a failed experiment? Is it doomed? Not at all. It just means you can't be casual about it. It requires a whole new kind of discipline. And that brings us to the playbook, the real, practical strategies you need to make it work. Okay, so how do you get all the amazing benefits without the chaos? First, you have to be absolutely obsessive about defining roles and accountability. Even if there's no manager, someone has to own the final outcome. Second, you need crystal clear protocols for how you communicate and, this is key, how you resolve conflict. And third, you have to get creative with rewarding people. Think bigger raises, public recognition, and exciting new responsibilities that keep your top talent challenged and happy.
And maybe the most important rule in the playbook is this: it is not for everyone. It's all about strategic alignment. A small startup in a fast-changing market that needs to innovate constantly, it can be a perfect fit. But a massive global corporation that relies on strict efficiency and predictable scale, a flat structure could be an absolute catastrophe. It's a strategic weapon, not a magic bullet.
When you boil it all down, you're making a fundamental trade-off. You are essentially choosing to maximize speed and autonomy, but you're doing it at the expense of easy scalability. You can move incredibly fast, but growing big becomes incredibly hard. Understanding that bargain is everything. So, we've weighed the incredible promise against the very real perils. Where does that leave us? What's the final verdict? How do you actually decide if this is the right move for your organization?
Well, it really comes down to these key factors. Your company's existing culture and its current size are by far the biggest pieces of the puzzle. Then you have to look at your strategic goals. Are you optimizing for blistering speed or for massive scale? And finally, what do the people on your team actually want from their careers?
And after all that, the question really lands back with you. Is the incredible promise of speed and empowerment worth the risk of chaos and conflict? Are you and your team truly prepared to do the hard, disciplined work it takes to make this structure sustainable?
Because here's the thing to remember, the ultimate goal was never to have no structure at all. It's always been about finding the right structure for the unique work you do and the specific culture you want to build. And that, right there, is the most important takeaway of all.